Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Falcons going up against the Redskins. It's a cold one in our nation's capital. We're off to FedEx Field to hook up with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. And yes, snow in our nation's capital. That's the story as we join you from FedEx Field here in Landover, Maryland. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. First down, here's Cousins. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Cousins caught right side, Davis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Second down, Cousins. And incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's got room. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set. And Freeman lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammany.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammany shows better athleticism than what people expect. 2
yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And here is the Redskin defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sua Cravens in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. With it is Jackson. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here we go. Cousins on first down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So the false start will back them up 5. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. From midfield now, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And ready for 3rd and 6. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
He's going to sit right over the middle.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Being chased out left. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check 24, check 24.
Now Ryan on first down. Connects with Sanu right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 29 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter.
Let's go, interception, baby, let's go. Hey, we got tight left, watch tight end. Key to tight end.
They come out here in the eye. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come out here in the eye. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On play action, Cousins out to his left. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Check the backer, check the backer. Gun. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Ready, back 25. White 36.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. Blue 90. 45. Blue 90. 45. Detroit. Under Detroit. 10. Under 10. 10. No. Watch the safety creep.
Second down, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Detroit.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On third down, Cousins. And able to find Garcon. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think that...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins finding time. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Buying time to his left. And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And Bryant's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Following the interception, Cousins. Jackson's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Cousins toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Steps away to his left, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Kelly to try to punch it in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Freeman again, a first down carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. That's strong running. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Marshall, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 34 yards. And the Redskins set up now 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defense...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, Those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now it's 2nd and 7. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall, up to make the tackle. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Dancing to his left. That is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go. Green.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Josh Doxson's got it complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether they want to wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down, and they're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a second down throw for Cousins, and that's incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
Watch him now, Barney.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Under crunch. 11. Check 37. Ready.
20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6.
Watch right. Let's go. Check 3. Ready. Check. Crunch. Hey, it's 52.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. Fresh set of downs here.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Jordan Reed has it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And now a first down following that long gain. He's back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
Well, as one of my favorite announcers always used to say after a touchdown, give him 6. Now they've got it, but they need 2 in order to tie. This is why teams spend a lot more time on 2-point conversions, because they've become more prevalent in the NFL.
Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
So out come the Falcons now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Throwing now is Ryan. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The drive starts with Rob Kelly, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. Over the middle to Garcon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 3rd and 4.
No. Check. Patriot.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And how about this, a fake? Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. Here we go.
Cousins on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the first round, and people wondered, why would you take a second rookie quarterback? Well, it's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play, and now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL, but the execution was pretty darn good.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.